A lot of people start building a campaign by making a world, a villain, or a huge plot. And it's not the only way to building a campaign. The fastest way to make sure that your campaign actually matters to your players is to build it around what they care about first. Usually it's either emotional or mechanical. Hi there, my name is Steven of EA&D. I make TTRPG content for people who want to get better at TTRPGs without making this hobby feel like homework. So, what's the difference between emotional and mechanical gameplay? How I like to describe it is emotional gameplay would be qualitative. So, the quality of the storytelling, the lore, how does the subjective emotions play into this gameplay? Whereas mechanical is going to be quantitative, the numbers, the dice rolls, combat, strategy, really gets deep into the teamwork and the pushing forward. Now, I don't want to say that there is one or the other and that they don't blur with each other, but they do. I'm just getting down to when it comes to building a campaign, how do we create the core theme or the core value of what we're trying to give to our players, as well as moving into how do we know what our players want? Are we just going to sit down at the table and just say,
Tell me what you want.
no, we're going to talk about lines and veils, what they want in a game, what they don't want. Also, looking at their character sheets, what type of character have they created? Have they created a character with so much wisdom that they don't know what to do with it? Do they have a character that just has absolutely no charisma and they don't know how to seduce the dragon at the end of the cave? For example, did your character come up with 3 pages of backstory about where they came from, who their parents were, what town did they grow up in, what was their favorite color as a kid, what's their favorite color now? Or did they come with their character sheet that said, I know all 6 of these spells and I do this amount of damage and this is how I'm going to be effective in the party? This is my role as the fighter, or this is my role as the paladin when it comes to combat and it comes to the storytelling. So you can get that difference of which one is emotional and which one is mechanical. Some common modules when it comes to emotional versus mechanical. For example, starting with emotional, we have Obojima, which is a 5e compatible, as well as Candlekeep Mysteries, where the story is the driver for the emotion and the lore. For example, in Obojima, you're searching the towns, you're solving mysteries, you're creating potions. In Candlekeep Mysteries, you're also solving mysteries and moving from one area to another. And then we have mechanical, where you have Icewind Dale or you have Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus, where the mechanics and the strategy of stat blocks and min-maxing and above table talk really gets the story going between emotional versus mechanical or quantitative versus qualitative. So when it comes to prepping or DMing or GMing, however you want to call it, for your campaign, there's rewards and there's punishments for both emotional and mechanical gameplay. For example, emotional, you really want to think about building. What are you building? What town are you building up? What relationship are you building? Are you bringing together? And then you have mechanical, which is, I like to think of it as destroy. So, how am I trying to bring down this villain? How am I trying to destroy the world that these adventurers are in? How do I take apart the party? How do I destroy the party in a way? And that's how you want to build and destroy, or rewards versus punishments between emotional and mechanical gameplay. Thank you so much for watching this video today. If you can, please make sure to like and subscribe so that we can get this video out to more viewers. Make sure to also follow me over on Instagram. The handle is yay.and.d, where you can check out things such as my quest log, which is an RPG productivity planner to help with your daily quest in life with just a simple dice roll, as well as my one-shot over on Etsy called Last Light at Beacon 12. As my own little ending for today. I have my dice of the day, which is the pixel dice that I have finally got. There have been a lot of reviews about the pixel dice, and I will say I am happily surprised at how well it works and how well it lights up. And thank you so much. If you want, drop a comment with the kind of table you run or play at and whether they're more emotional or mechanical, because honestly, most groups tell on themselves pretty fast.